How's everybody doing? I'm so happy to be back here. It's been a while. Yeah, a lot has been going on. For those who do not know me, my name is Princess, and this is my channel. I talk about life in general. I started playing piano, singing, and I thought to introduce family life, mental health. The lessons I learned might benefit some of you out there. Today, I'm just so grateful to be back. It's been so busy with back to school and everything. The kids have gone back to school, and as a busy mom entrepreneur that I am, jungling work with business, family life, and everything in between has been so time consuming. I can tell you, it's been so time consuming. I just want to jump in here to talk briefly about something that happened to me not too long ago. As I've been working a lot, okay, working from home has its own ups and downs. Yeah, it's fun to just wake up and start your work. Sometimes you can even work in pajamas, you can work in an oversized sweater. Especially now that the kids are back to school, I have this freedom to just jump out of bed. If I've overslept, I can just run down to my office spot and just start my work. So yeah, so I've been putting too much time recently into my work because I was a little bit distracted while the kids were at home. So it was a little bit distracting. You know, you have to help the children. I had to help them. My kids go to a French school. So my husband speaks English and German, and I do French and English. So I'm the one to help them mainly with their studies, reading, especially for those who have bilingual children. You know that reading is one very important thing that you need to do every day on a daily basis. You have to make sure that your little one is reading, otherwise they kind of have the English language that's there, like struggling for attention, and before you know it, they start struggling with the simple I. For those who speak French, you'll understand what I mean better. Yeah, so we do reading, we do some assignments. Even during the break, we had to make sure that the kids were studying so that they don't fall back completely behind and forget everything that they've learned in school. So my husband handles the English portion, so he goes through the English Canadian curriculum with them based on their grades, and then I do the French version. So we had gotten some books. So when we went to Paris, I've not even uploaded that video about our Paris visit. Yeah, that reminds me. I should upload that video. So when we went to Paris, I went through the books and the curriculum of my nephew and my niece, and I kind of got their books just to help me, because before I used to struggle, okay, I used to struggle a lot with what assignment do I give the kids now? How do I make it fun? How do I make them enjoy what I'm teaching them and all those kind of stuff? So when I went to Paris, I was like, ooh, what a good opportunity to get all the books that I need. And so that will also like take away time from my own preparation and going on the internet to surf and to search and to look for like simulating mathematics and orthograph, or grammar, vocabulary and dictation and reading. So we got some very nice reading books during our journey in Paris, and we got some complete curriculum. Like it will have like history, well, it talks about Europe and France and all of that, but it's good for the kids to also know something about Europe. And then the English part will teach them all they need to know about North America. Yeah, so with those books in hand, I knew that this is like a challenge, and it's supposed to encourage me to keep to making sure that the kids are doing something with French language every day, and also so that they're not just sitting down in front of the TV watching and watching the whole day, but I love them to like learn something every day, right? I know they just want to watch what they like to watch, and if you're not careful, your kids become like screen glued. They are glued to the screen and they wouldn't want to read. I noticed that with my son. He was kind of struggling with reading, and each time that you told him to write, oh my god, you tell him do mathematics, poof, he's done it, done fast, he's done. And he's always happy, he loves you. He'll tell you, mom, can I bring my maths books, can I bring my mathematics, you know. He love mathematics because it's just calculations and he doesn't have to sit down and be patient to do the writing and the writing and the writing. But I noticed that his handwriting was suffering. Like his handwriting was not good. It was not good. And so we decided that we needed to improve on his handwriting. So these are all the kind of things that were happening behind the scenes. And don't forget that I have a full-time job. And of course, I said, oh, let me use the opportunity to do some overtime and get a little more pay on paydays, right? So that made me to be overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed. It came to a point where I began to feel like, oh no, my God, I need a break. I just need a break. So that kind of also had its own effect on me doing videos. I was no longer coming for videos, like the drive was no longer there. I just don't feel like, I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't think I have anything to say, or my life is already this busy. And I was actually crashing, like at the end of the day, after I've made dinner, sometimes I don't even get to eat dinner. Just make the dinner and I'm like, oh, you know what? I just need to relax my back. I need to rest my back and everything on the couch. Sometimes I just sleep off on the couch, guys. It was hilarious how I would, as soon as I hit the couch, sit down like this, poof, I'll wake up at maybe 4 to just, go and ease myself, and I'm like, oh my God, it's already morning. So I was extremely tired. I'm just saying that I was extremely tired from jungling between schoolwork. I mean, taking the kids out too. They wanted to go biking. They were on vacation. They're on long vacation, holidays, and they wanted to go biking. Sometimes we had to go biking. Sometimes we had to go for a walk. Sometimes we just had to just do some exercise together. We just did some exercise together, like, exercise our body. My daughter likes to exercise, and she was like, Mom, let's do it together. Let's do it. Come, don't just sit down. Come, take a break, Mommy. It's funny, she reminds me to take breaks. Yeah, so we had a lot of things going on, and definitely at the end of the day, I would be so tired that days had gone by and I couldn't do more videos. Where I'm going to here is that there was this trend that I noticed, and it had to do with my mind. I think I was too tired. My mind was so tired, so exhausted, that I was kind of losing the drive to stand up every morning, and my job was becoming a burden. Like, it was becoming like tiresome. I was feeling like, oh, I just don't feel like. So there are some mornings that I'll wake up and I will be like, I'm not a morning person. No, but I am a morning person. I'm a morning person. I like to work in the night. From research, I've developed this attitude of reading. Like, I can read into the night. Like, I love to read in the night when everywhere is quiet and kids are sleeping. But recently, because of my work, and I wanted to do with the overtime that I wanted to start doing, I figured that it's better to start working, to take the overtime shifts that's earlier. So I would wake up before 6, have my morning devotion, my quiet time with the Lord, pray, do my prayers and read the Word of God before I jump on to start my work. So some mornings I'll just hear my alarm ring and just turn over, just put it off, and just go back to bed. And of course, in my mind, like, oh, why is it morning again? Oh, I've not slept enough. I'm so tired. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to do the same thing again. But there was this recurrent trend of thoughts that was coming to me. And I always say, I'm not a morning person. I'll start to say, I think I just don't feel like working today. I think my body doesn't feel like working. I think my body doesn't feel like getting up. I think my body hurts. I think waking up on the wrong side of the bed, and I don't like, I just, especially if I've had like difficult clients and they've been so hard on me, sometimes I get like verbal, like, very hard words coming to me. And, all of that coupled with everything happening in my life, me just being so busy and business is by the side. And of course, my business didn't was a little bit taking a hit too, because I wasn't spending too much time to do what I ought to do as I do them on a daily basis. And naturally, whatever you don't tend will naturally not flourish as it ought to, right? So I would start to think about so many things at the same time. Like, yeah, my business is, I just have to do all these things all alone. It's so hard to do this business with my job, with the kids, with everything. Oh my God, my life is just so tiresome. I'm just so tired. I just don't feel like doing anything. And I would say things like, it even came to my mind to say, oh, I think I need a break, or I need another job, or I'm just, this job is it's like all routines, and I'll be like, I don't feel like working today. I just don't feel like working today. I don't feel like talking to anybody, all those kind of thoughts. But I noticed that as soon as I start saying that I don't feel like working today, I'm just too tired, I think this job is just routine, I think I don't want to talk to anybody, automatically something just starts to get upon me, and I really start to feel like what I'm thinking at the moment. I start to think that way. And guess what? Even if I push myself, as I was always doing, I'll push myself to stand up and work. But my day will be so draggy. I'll drag through the day. It'll be so draggy. I'll be so touchy, both with the kids and with my husband sometimes. Like, I would just be so quiet and be like, oh, are you okay? Why are you so, like, are you moody? Like, you look moody and stuff. Like, the thoughts that you have affects you. How you think is how you definitely react. Just like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. The Bible is so complete. I was thinking about it before I came on here to make this video, that the Bible is so complete. It says, as a man thinketh, so he is. So as soon as you start thinking this kind of thoughts, automatically you start thinking just like your thoughts. Your mood goes. Versus other days when I don't know what happens. Maybe I sleep so early. Maybe I just go to bed at around 8, or as opposed 11:30 or 12, and I just go to bed at around 8, and I feel maybe very refreshed and very strong. For some reason my mood just gets good or better on some days, and then I'll have thoughts like, today is a good day. Oh my God, what a beautiful day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. And my prayer time will not be about complaining. It won't be about, Lord, help me, I'm just so tired, I just don't feel like working today, I just don't know what's going on with me. No, it will be like, God, I thank you for today. I thank you for loving me. I thank you because I'm wonderfully and beautifully made. I thank you for the lovely family that I have. And I will think about those good thoughts, like, I have a beautiful family, I have lovely children, my husband is so nice, I'm so lucky to have such a man in my life, and those kind of nice thoughts. I would just be positive about everything on those days. I'm so grateful that I even have a job, because so many people lost their job during COVID, and so many people, like, they got new jobs, but it's not the kind of jobs that they have. The salary is not what it ought to be. The functions are not the same, and they're still in the market looking for a better job. But I have my job, and I get the choice to do my job from home. I start to see the good things that I'm enjoying, the good things that God has brought into my life. I didn't notice, of course, when I was complaining, when I was feeling down, when I was thinking negative thoughts. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. So, folks, friends, guys, what I want to leave with you today is the thoughts that you have could either help you through the day, make your day easy, or they could make your day very long and tiresome and as down as your thoughts are. But if you think good thoughts, if you just think of one good thing that God is doing for you, one good thing that you think that you have that you do not deserve. At least every one of us have life. We don't deserve life, but we have life. If you think about just even the life, the breath in your nostril, and the fact that you are healthy and that you're not sick, and when you think about the things that you have, that you're even taking for granted, the simple things like a roof that you have over your head, like the clothes that you have, like the money in the bank, friends and family, the church that you go to, the pastor that you have, like your best friend, your family members, sisters, brothers, cousins, when you think about those good things, my friends, your mood will change. You'll be a shining, happy, joyful fellow throughout the day. I leave you with this. Your attitude is all. Your attitude determines the altitude of the day. Your attitude or your good positive thoughts determines the altitude, the height, the joys of the day. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stop talking now, and I'm just going to say, if you've watched this video up till this point and you've not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Join the family, subscribe, support me, share this video with lots of mummies and women out there who will benefit from this little piece, the story of mine or this experience of mine. And I want to believe that we'll see the bright side, we'll look on the brighter side, and would be happy for the things that God is already doing for us and has already done for us. Remain blessed, and I will see you on another video. I hope to find more time and create more time to come and share some of these stories with you, my friends. On that note, I'll say ciao. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, share. See you next time.